In Mecha BREAK, one of the most useful items you can own for the Operation Storm modes is a glider. Gliders are really great at a bunch of things in Mashmac. For instance, they have a lot of speed for getting around the Mashmac map quickly, they have a big pool of energy, and that energy regenerates fast, so it is oftentimes more efficient to move around with one of them instead of just using your robot kit. They can also do a lot of damage and can help take down enemies or bosses faster. And although they are relatively inexpensive to acquire, it still hurts whenever you lose one while playing. In this video, I will go over every way that you can lose your glider so that you can steer clear of them. Firstly, you cannot even bring gliders into Verge or Ace Arena, so no worries about losing them in there. Secondly, all items used in a Spectral Nexus run will be refunded to you at the end, so don't worry about losing it in that mode either. Now for Mashmac. This is the only mode in the game where you can end up losing a glider. To keep your glider, you, or a teammate, needs to extract it while riding on the glider, and then it will be sent to your mail or inventory afterwards. There are a few ways that will prevent you from extracting on them, but generally they fall under two categories: being stolen or getting stuck behind or under something. The first category, being stolen, can only happen to you in the PvPvE modes, where you fight against enemy players on the map. If they kill you, or you just get off the glider on your own, they can actually hop on it and extract with it themselves. Luckily, if a teammate rides and extracts on your glider, it will still be returned to you at the end of the match. This means you can bring in multiple gliders and lend them to teammates to get faster clear times. Just make sure you coordinate and don't drop more than 3 gliders, or any more than 3 would be impossible to extract. Also, make sure the teammates you would be giving them to understand to extract on the glider or you will lose them. The second category is a bit more complicated. Essentially, when large entities on the map move around or spawn in, if an unmounted glider is in their way, it can get lost. If something falls down onto it, like a spawning Constantine or spawning Storm Drill, it can actually push the gliders down and clip it out of the map, making it unrecoverable. The only other way that a glider can fall off the map is in the key zone with the open floors. If you dismount a glider and it falls through these holes in the floor, it will also be lost. In this room, I either recommend never getting off your glider or simply not bringing it at all if you are that worried. In the frigate key room, if your glider happens to be sitting where the moving boats end up resting, and actually anywhere else on the map where the frigates move to, your glider can get stuck inside of the boat and also become unrecoverable. Finally, although your glider does have a certain health pool which cannot be regenerated mid-match, it is effectively impossible for it to die that way under normal gameplay. The health is quite high to begin with, and enemies do not target the glider, they target you on the glider, so you will always die before your glider has a chance to break. Storm does do damage to the glider though, so don't let it sit in the storm for too long. Usually it would destroy you before your glider, but even if you are not on the glider, it will still be taking damage in the storm. Some of the gold key bosses can also kill it, so it might be smart to either park your glider just outside the entrance or just inside the room. The only time I have ever actually seen a glider destroyed in-game was during a Spectral Nexus run, where it took a few seconds of Tristego's flamethrower before exploding. These are all the ways I am aware of in which you can lose a glider. If I find any more, I will be adding them in a pinned comment in the comment section down below. In conclusion, you do not need to be worried about losing a glider by it being destroyed or used by a teammate. Just make sure to stay mounted on it, or know wherever you dismount from it, it won't be any trouble. Hopefully I could teach you something new in this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. I would really appreciate it.